Hi everyone, I hope you're all okay, and for anybody that may be new to my YouTube channel, thank you for joining me. I hope you find lots of help and inspiration, not only here on YouTube but also on my applelover53.co.uk website. You'll find blog posts, videos, lots of help and inspiration for card projects and ScanNCut projects. So sometimes you get stuck for ideas of what to do, and our catalogues are a great source of inspiration. So this is our current annual catalogue, and there's also a holiday catalogue which runs from July to December 2022. But for today, I've just found a card that's in the annual catalogue, and I'm going to kind of case it, copy it, change it up a little bit, and just show you that if you ever get stuck, just look in your catalogue. So on page 12 is the Tea Boutique suite. And I saw this card here, which I thought, I've got scraps on my desk, I've got lots of scraps in my paper packs. It would be good to make something like this. And as it happened, I virtually had all the elements apart from the greeting, which I'll show you in a minute. So this was my starting point for my inspiration. I'm not sure what colour that they've used on the background. It could be Sweet Sorbet, could be, you know, one of the colours from within this pack, but I'm going to change up mine ever so slightly. So for mine, I've used the Blossoming Happiness dies, and I've used this here as a which is like a background embossed piece. And I've also used this piece here, which kind of just cuts like holes. There's one that does circles, one that does rectangles. So it looks as though it's kind of been torn out of a notebook or something like that. For my stamp set, I've used Thank You for Your Friendship, which is tiny up here. And then I've used some of the dies from the Tea Boutique suite. I've used the hearts, and I already had a cup cut, and I have like a bit box on my desk with all little different bits and pieces in, and I'd cut this cup in our glimmer paper and never used it, and it was in there. So when I saw this card in the catalogue, I thought now would be a good time to use it. So I already had that cut, and I cut a couple of the flowers. So the flowers and the hearts are cut from our 6x6 glimmer paper, which is all in the new 2022 in colours, and it's kind of glittery one-sided cardstock, but the glitter doesn't come off. So that's where they've come from. The greeting is from the same suite, the cup of tea, and then my piece of white card, which I'll show you in a minute, has got this cut into the back of it and this cut on the side, and this is from the Hues of Happiness suite. So this is the Blossoming Happiness dies. Everything will be listed. So I decided to go with Orchid Oasis. So I took a piece of A4 Orchid Oasis card, which I cut straight down the middle on the short side. So it's 8 1/4 by 11 3/4. So I've cut it in half. So it now measures 4 1/8 by 5 7/8, and I'm going to have it this way. I took a piece of white card, which obviously I've got a mark on there, and I used, as I say, the die that's from the Hues of Happiness suite on the edge and in the middle, and that's going to stick on the front of the card. So you can see here they've got a base card, and it look like they've got white, and then they've got the layers. So that's what I'm going to do. So I've got my base card, I've got my white layer, which I've added some detail to. And then all these scraps are all from the Tea Boutique 6x6 Designer Series paper. You can see I've got all these scraps. So some of them were cut already at these sizes, and some of them I've just trimmed down. So they're about, to give you an idea, they're about 3 inches. Some may be smaller than others, I'm not really sure. So I just kind of looked at the colourway in the card here, and this is what I'm kind of going to follow. So I'm going to stick this down flat, and I'm just going to use some Tombow and apply some glue like so. and pop this onto the front of my card like so. Then I'm going to bring in my pieces and I'm going to just stick these down. I'm not particularly bothered about them being straight. I'm just going to kind of stick them down next to each other like so. Follow the patterns in the paper, you know, to a degree, but not exactly. I'm thinking I'm going to pop that one there. As I say, it's not going to be identical. I've just taken my inspiration from the catalogue and just changed it up a little bit. So that's what I've got so far. Here's my cup. I'm going to put my cup on, but I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals. I'm not, in their card they've used the lemon. I'm not using the lemon. So I'm going to pop my card like so. They've got the hearts. They've got one kind of just coming out from inside the cup. So I'm going to pop that one like that. And then the other one they've got up here. So I might pop this one up on a dimensional. I'll use a little dimensional. So that's going to go kind of like so. Then my greeting I stamped in Orchid Oasis, which is the same colour as the cardstock. And as I say, this is taken from the Cup of Tea dies. So I'm thinking I'm going to pop that across the front. So I'm going to put a dimensional on this end because this end's going to sit flat on the card. And then the other side of it is going to sit across that cup. So I'm going to put a bit of glue in the middle. That's going to go kind of like that. Then I've got a flower, which I'm also going to use, and I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. And I'm thinking I might just kind of put that like so. Then I've got a piece for the inside, and I've got the leaf from the Tea Boutique stamp set. And I'm going to stamp that just on the inside. So I've got my stamping paste mat because this is photo polymer and it needs a bit of cushioning. So I'm going to do one like so, and then without re-inking just stamp another one. So that's just going to be the inside. Pop those out of the way. That's going to go on the inside like so. And then we'll add a little bit of bling just to give it a little bit of extra colour. So I've got the in colour dots I could use, which I think I will. So I'm just going to bring in my take your pick tool, wind out some putty and then loosen this off so it doesn't keep coming out. And then we've got all these colours. So let's go with Orchid Oasis, I think. So we'll have one down there, one there, and maybe a smaller one. Did I pick it up? Not even picked it up. A smaller one like so. So there it is, today's card. So cased from the catalogue. I've used a different background colour. Instead of using a plain white, I've used this one with this little bit of detail that peeks through in places and the cut out edge. But I've used the papers from the Tea Boutique. I already had the cup cut, so I just cut in Starry Sky, Glimmer Card, the flower and the two hearts, and I've added the little matte colour in dots embellishments. And then when you open it up, you've got the leaf inside. So that's today's card. I hope you like it. Please give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.